Welcome to episode 14 of Echoes from the Arena podcast. We were tossing around some ideas for a title for this episode, but I'm just inclined to call it the New York City Debrief Short. We're not going to record a full hour and a half episode here, but we did take a trip that we normally take annually to the U.S. Open in New York City. Well, I can get much more specific than that. In Flushing, Queens, New York. And we saw quite a bit of tennis on the day that we went, which is the middle Saturday. Dad, what were the origins of this trek that we take to New York every year?
Well, we're both we both love the game of tennis. We both played tennis, and we were a very good high school tennis player. And I picked up the game after college and taught tennis and worked for years with the Clarence Recreation Department, running their tennis program where you helped me the first, 4 or 5 years.
Yep. More than that, I
And
think.
we just enjoyed tennis. So I just thought, I've always loved the Grand Slams. I, I, I love the U.S. Open and was able to get there in '92, and then there was a gap there, and then in 2014, I think that was our first year. I just decided, let's start a good, father and son. It started as a father and son trip, and it's grown a little bit, but we have a good time. So.
Yep,
It's a family
certainly
thing,
do.
which we want to do every year, as long as we can.
Yeah. And very little has changed as far as anything being taken away, but we've also added some things which we'll discuss a little bit
Mhm.
later.
Yep.
Some uh, annual traditions, I would say. But
Yes.
we saw some really good players on Saturday. Um, that was starting with Coco Gauff, who, as of the taping of this, has since been knocked out of the Open. She lost to Naomi Osaka um, yesterday, which would be Monday, Labor Day. This is being taped on Tuesday, September 2nd, just to give an idea of what's going on around us in the sports world. Um, and then we saw Yannick Sinner, right, Dan?
Yes, we saw a kind of a Yannick Center that really wasn't. I don't want to say he wasn't focused, but he wasn't the Yannick Center we saw last night. He was
No,
uh
but
had
you
some
know what?
misfires.
Uh, and just to kind of make this conversation more casual and less of an update as to what was going on in and around us, uh, I was thinking today, the sinner that we saw who dropped the first set to Denis Shapovalov, Canadian, very entertaining player, has an absolutely beautiful backhand, um, but a bit mercurial as far as his ability to win consistently it in majors.
Right.
Um, I think the Yannick Sinner that we saw that day, Saturday, created the one that we saw last night
I agree.
because he was everything he wasn't, or not right away in the Shapovalov match. His
Right.
quality did start to show through as the match went on, but it seemed to take him a little while to get going.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, but so Shapo wins the first set.
Breaks him early.
He took an early. I believe was it 4-1 at one time,
Yeah, I think it was a long break.
and then Sinner, slowly but surely crept back,
Mhm.
made it close, lost the first set, and I think second set. did Chapo take another lead? A smaller lead?
I don't
And
remember. I thought they were on serve, but
they
you
might have been
might
on.
be right.
But yeah, I think midway through the second set, I think we were seeing the center of old emerging, or the center that we know emerging. I can't say old. What was he?
Let's
24.
see. All of, yeah.
So,
Uh,
but he started to emerge, and then it was, you know, boom, 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 and four sets, it's over. So,
and then he played
yeah, he made it a little bit
poor,
interesting at first.
and then you can hear me, right? Can
Yep,
you hear?
yep,
Yeah, okay. I moved this
yeah,
mic around and
gotcha.
it sounds like my joints do when I bend down now. Um, just squeaking everywhere. But
I think what
then
we saw,
poor
yeah,
Booblitch, who he played, I don't know his first name, um, seemed to
it
really
escapes
be
me, yes.
really. I don't want to see. I don't want to say the moment was too big for him because Sinner was just like so on, but I think the combination of Sinner being like really on or engaged in that match, plus the
Yeah,
effect of maybe him playing at Arthur Ashe, whether it was at Arthur Ashe or Laurie Armstrong, I don't.
right, right.
Or no, it was Arthur Ashe. We were there. Duh.
Yeah.
Jeez, what am I thinking? Um, but I'm, just thinking um, that may have had a significant effect on the score of that match, which got out of hand real quickly
Yeah.
and in
Yeah.
a hurry.
Well, I'm sure the scuttlebutt with his coach Karen Cahill and the other members of the staff and Sinner after the match on Saturday was, we need to go out and do a little better job as far as, establishing yourself early and sending a message to everybody else that, you're here to win this tournament. And I think he did that yesterday. I think he was pretty dominating. And
And then, by the third and fourth set, when we saw him, he was starting to exert his will
oh
on the
yeah.
match. And then we saw, who did we see later on? We saw,
We saw
well, we saw the Wimbledon finalist, Anisimova.
yes, that's what we saw. Yeah, I think that was it, right? I
Yeah,
don't
we saw the
know.
tail end of another
I
match there. Um,
don't even remember who that match. Oh, yeah, but that was the match with Rublev.
yes.
Mm. And again, Rublev. It was a five setter, I believe, but
Yeah. But
he he bit the bullet yesterday. He just did not look, did not look good. He's very inconsistent. Um, has loads of talent, but extremely inconsistent. And that's been his career.
he beat the player from Hong Kong who I had never heard of before, but certainly seemed game for that match.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Rublev is no stranger to five setters. Uh, but maybe that goes to his inconsistency uh, at times. But he has had some entertaining matches at the Open, some that we've seen and some that we've run into.
Well,
Um,
we still go back to that match 2 years ago when he played in
Shapovalov.
the grandstand. Yes, and it was just one bomb after another from both
Well, it
players.
was huge serves, but huge returns, and then huge rallies, especially for the men's game. You're talking 12 to
Yeah,
15 shot rallies for an entire set. That
right.
was the fifth set, and it was uh,
Was a bunch of
remarkable to
tiebreakers.
watch. And I think that's what I think for both of us makes those two players kind of frustrating to watch because we saw them both playing at their peak,
Right, right.
um, or at the best that it looked like they could play. Just so happened to be in the same match.
Right.
but to not see them be able to put consistent wins together, of course, it's obviously difficult at that level when you're talking about the top 20 players in the world, top 30 players in the world.
And then the
The late match we saw was Anisimova versus,
she was playing a player from, was she Czech? I think she was she a Czech player? I think she was Czech. But
yeah, Europe, Eastern European,
yeah,
I
but
think.
yeah, she was dominant. She was dominant last night. I don't know if you
Ground strokes were,
out the match last night,
I
but she
did.
uh, I guess a very good player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very heavy ground strokes.
yeah,
And
very heavy. Yeah.
if she has the ability to dictate the point, I she seems to dictate the point.
I would say in watching her last night and watching her the other day at the Open in person, she has a dominant backhand. But we'll see. She she has to play you know who tomorrow with Swiatek. So that will be an interesting match. Looking forward to it.
Interesting to see her playing the other night. Um, that we were not at this match, but she played while we were in New York. Uh, in that match in which nobody could hold serve.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think I remember when the thing with her going into Wimbledon is that they had really worked on her being more aggressive. And it seemed like in that match, what she had like 22 unforced errors in the set and won the set,
Right. Right.
and then started to, the cream rose to the top
Right.
um, in that match as well. But it once again showed kind of a top player that was just not really on their game, but still finding a way to win and not, I think in her case, not even go to a third set.
Right.
But it's interesting to see the ways and the different ways that they have to play on the different surfaces because it definitely affects the way that some players play.
Well, I think New York especially because you've got other factors, you got other variables, you got sounds, you got lots of people.
It's like, yes, the sounds that are within the confines of the stadium we can control. Everything
Yeah.
outside of that, you're on your own.
You got all kinds of stuff. If you're in the grandstand, you'll hear there'll be airplanes going over. Well, they weren't didn't seem to be an issue with sound, but they're right there.
And not to mention like ambulances,
Yep. Yeah, well, all the
police
sound.
cars, sirens.
People moving around and the changes as far as players or not players, but fans in the lower bowl can get up anytime they want. And leave, come back. Could be during a point. So it's there's a lot of distraction. So you really need to to take really focus on what you're doing when you're playing at the U.S. Open. Unlike Wimbledon, the French, were pretty genteel as far as
Dad, there was a lot of complaints about the sound of champagne being corks being popped at Wimbledon this
yes, at
year. I
Wimbledon.
believe it was
Yes.
mentioned by maybe
Yeah, who mentioned that?
one, if not two, of the four finalists on the men's and
Okay,
women's draws.
there you
Yeah,
go.
so I thought
Yes,
that was funny.
gotta get
I was like, oh,
carried
that
away
is
there.
so very how Wimbledon of them.
And I'm not an expert on the Australian Open, even though I do catch it. Uh, I do catch some matches every year, but it is, being that it's
Such an
being
off
played at such
time.
weird hours, I don't see a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about it. I want to get your opinion or your feedback on it. We talked briefly about it after the match, but or after our day there. But Coco Gauff brought in a coach who is very good in biomechanics
Hmm.
and specializes in teaching or fixing people's serves. However, and again, like you said earlier, either today or yesterday, you know, it was her, ultimately, it's her choice. It wasn't a coach. He might have obviously, had some input, but it was her decision to make this change on the verge of the tournament. And I was telling you that I thought that was probably not the best idea to make
Hmm.
some changes to your serve, because it was good enough to get you to win the French Open. Now, granted, she didn't have a great summer on the hard courts, but I don't know if that was the right time to do this because, as even Chris Everett mentioned, and even you, when you were working maybe on a groundy or a serve, you probably wouldn't make any changes prior to a match.
Well, I wouldn't make changes prior to the season, really, unless
And
something was really broken.
and Chris was talking about, muscle memory. I know I'm in the verge of working, changing my serve. So there's a lot of thought going in when you toss that ball in the air and you remember what your coach is saying and what you're supposed to be doing. And I just thought the timing of this was probably not the best. And I think, as you said, when I texted you last night, you were not surprised that she was dominated by Osaka.
That says less to me about Goff and the adjustment and the change that she was making, and more
Yeah.
about Osaka and where she is in her game right now. And for folks that don't know tennis, well, we apologize because this is going to be quite a bit of tennis and some Premier League and general musings. But I just thought that Osaka was really on the rise quickly, and she was catching Coco at a good time.
Right. Well, she was.
Um,
She was.
I mean, part of it could be that, but what I was saying the other night when we spoke as well, it might have been dinner maybe 2 nights ago. You only have so many days in your career.
Hmm.
If you know something is not going to get you over the top in some other tournaments, I am thinking Wimbledon,
Right.
what better day to fix it than today?
Right.
So, and who's to say that that coach was not going to not be available when she took him on? And the idea is he's going to fix what's broken
Yeah, he'll fix it. Yeah, he'll definitely fix it.
as
But
far as the biomechanics are concerned. So, maybe there's more to the story than them making that decision that
yeah, yeah.
time was of the essence to change the serving around. But I say, live and let live.
And
No
let's,
time like today to fix the problems.
and let's, and let's also be aware that Osaka is a four-time Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, she's if
She's
she's
not
if she's
someone that,
finding her groove, she is way seated
yeah,
incorrectly. But obviously, you just don't know that until you see her start to put it together, and she looks like she's really putting it together right now.
she looks like she's putting it together. She seems much happier on the court.
Her
She had,
ground strokes were devastating
they were
yesterday.
very good. Yeah, they were very good. She's definitely in a good place right now, and she might very well
She could
win
just
this
tear off and
tournament
win
again.
that whole thing.
Yes, she could. But just to catch up from what happened today, Jessie Pagula won in straight sets, so she's in the semis for another year.
Hmm.
We're hoping for maybe it's her turn,
Maybe it's her turn to win a major.
and I, and then as expected. Alcaraz won fairly easily.
And tonight we have Sabalenka playing as well as
Joker and
Joker and
Taylor
Fritz.
Fritz. What do you think, Matt? Is it
Uh,
Fritz's time? Because he's got to do well. I don't know. It won't, you know, is there a better time?
I think I have $20 on Djokovic winning,
Like,
but I want Fritz to win. And a lot of those matches were several years ago.
mhm.
And I think we got to keep that in mind when we look at that record. Yeah, he is 0-10 to him. And maybe that some of it is a mental game, but a lot of that was at a time in which Fritz was not at the point that he's is now in his career.
Right.
So maybe it's his opportunity. And just before we went live, I was watching ESPN and they were, I don't know if you were
Yeah, I got
watching
it.
the th
Yeah,
do you have it
I
on
got it.
now? The thing
Yeah,
where, you know, Djokovic seems like his body is in a place where it's not holding up as well in majors when he's got to play a best of five.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, because he had the fifth physio out there the other night
Mhm.
on the neck. So,
But he's everything he's doing is perfectly legal as far as
oh yeah,
the game
most
is
legal. And
concerned. You
he
get,
has his day in between to
yep.
recover.
Uh,
So we'll see. He's still, still a great player. He's a great champion.
mm.
He can still rise up. Still, I think he could still win this tournament, but it's going to be a hard task because
He's
especially if
got to
you have
get through tonight,
well tonight, but then most likely Alcaraz in center. So
and
who can do that?
I don't think he can do that.
I don't think so.
I think one of them would have to get taken out by someone else.
Yeah,
He might be able to beat one of them on a really good day if they're off. Like if the Sinner that showed up that we saw, if that was Djokovic, that might have been a different match.
right, right. Yeah.
Would he have come in as kind of lackadaisical as he seemed to come into that match? Who's to say? That's just conjecture at this point, but just saying if that type of uh, quality were to show up against Djokovic, he could be down two sets pretty quickly.
The guy was a fascinating. I'm looking at the
But
schedule
to
right
be
now.
honest, I don't see that happening the rest of this tournament.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule now and the tomorrow. Interesting match tomorrow. Diminar versus Auger Aliassime,
The Canadian
who
versus the
is
Australian.
very
I
interesting.
was telling Jennifer, my
Hmm.
fiance,
Yes,
um, the that I haven't seen Dimmentower play. I haven't seen him play before.
I've seen
So
him.
I know nothing about him. I couldn't even pick, if you put him in a lineup with eight other guys, I wouldn't be able to pick him out.
Well, here's his scouting report. He's a very difficult player to play against because he is
He's left-handed.
he's a righty, but
Okay.
he's a backboard. He'll run everything down.
So he's got some,
He's got some wheels. He's a very smart player. He'll change speeds on you. His serve is not dominating, but it's
good enough.
again, he pro. It's good enough, and he can spot serve. So he's gonna put serves. He's gonna move the ball around,
Mm.
and he's a very difficult player to play against. He has, he's beaten some really good players over the years. I just like, I just think maybe, and we've been waiting, I think, for Auger Aliassime to kind of break through, and this might be the year because he looks good and he's got power.
Yeah, I saw him.
Yes.
I saw quite a bit of his match yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah,
Yeah, he played yesterday, but
I saw quite a bit of that match. He looked really good.
once again, he's that match will be tough to handicap. I don't know who. will
Oh
come
yeah,
out
I'm not.
of that match because they're both.
I wouldn't. I don't bet on
Yeah,
golf
I would
very
say
much.
DMR is a little more obviously he's a bit more experienced.
Mhm.
He's been in these matches before against good players. Uh, so something interesting and something to make note of. Um,
So we had quite a few. Oh, you know what? I was going to wear my honeydew hat. Yeah. Oh,
mhm.
and I'm not getting up now. Um, we had quite a few honeydews. What did you have? Did you have anything else?
Yeah,
Others?
we had we had the Aperol Spritz in the
Yes.
morning
That was.
as a wake up as we got to the Open, and before we took our seats on Arthur Ashe, we had to have a Aperol Spritz, so that was enjoyable. And then
Many, and
honey
then many,
is
many
yes,
honeydeuces were
hmm
consumed, and I believe there was some palomas in there as well.
yes, there was a Paloma or two.
Not by myself. I don't
Nope,
touch
nope.
this stuff. But
But for those of a few who have not been to the Open, I would recommend it as something to do at least once. It's
know you're going to spend a decent amount of money
you will spend money, but you also see some incredible tennis.
live, and you'll be able to see people practicing that
Mhm.
are like top
And
tier,
you can,
and
you know,
you'll be very close to them if you show up early enough.
if you're a people watcher, you'll see a lot. You can see a lot of people,
Celebrities.
maybe some celebrities and other athletes. And we see any celebrities this year? I can't remember. I don't think we did.
I heard that Simone Biles was there,
Oh, okay. Yes, she's
but
been following Coco.
couldn't find Coco. Yeah.
So she was most likely there.
I saw Russell
Andy
Wilson
Dalton
was
was there.
there. Andy Dalton, you said you saw.
He
I
was on
think
the
I
big board,
was, yeah,
yes.
I had probably waiting in line for a drink, cocktail. But Russell Wilson was there.
Yes,
Dave
with
Sierra,
his
their
wife,
kids. They've
kids,
been
yes.
there day after day. So Rami Malek
Hmm.
was there for several days in a row. He might even be there tonight.
Billie
Um,
Jean King came back.
yep, she was there
She
yesterday.
was there yesterday. She buried her brother, who she
Yeah.
was very close to.
Who I believe we discussed in our episode ever so briefly on Billie
I
Jean.
believe we did. I believe he did. Yes.
Yeah. What
He
was
is
his name again?
Randy Moffat.
Randy Moffat.
He's in the San Francisco Giants Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. I don't know what they call it out there, but
Mhm.
he was a very good relief pitcher. And he also pitched, I believe he pitched for one other team in his career, and I don't remember the team, but yes, he pitched for quite a few years.
Hmm.
So yes, but yes, it's a place to watch people, a place to, as I say, see some of the world's greatest athletes compete up close and personal. Practices are fun to watch. We've watched numerous players practice over the years.
You can see
Good,
doubles
yes,
really up close.
good doubles. That's really up
Very
close. Yeah,
close.
and I would gather to guess that majority of people playing tennis out there are most likely playing doubles. So it's good to watch doubles, get some ideas and what have
Watch
you.
professional doubles to see what
Yes,
they do on a
yes.
professional level.
So it's a good day. It's I think it's one of the most incredible days of sport that I had over the years. I was, in '92, I got to see a lot of the greats kind of on the tail end of their career. I remember Martina played that day and John McEnroe played that day, but their careers were tailing down. The stars at the time were Sampras and Courier. So, but
We're seeing
I
people
would,
in the upswing.
yeah, see people in the upswing. So I would definitely recommend it, and it's a good time to be in New York. It's always a fun time. I always enjoy New York. So should we segue to the other?
Yeah,
event.
let's do that
That has
because I
become a
was just
tradition now
about to
also,
say um, this is like our intermission, which
because you're wearing the colors right now. I see.
I am. But I also have that NYC shirt I picked up at the NBA store.
I like that. I wore mine yesterday.
Yeah, that's we got some real sharp stuff there. And we can discuss that as well. But we have, and it has worked out nicely, I think, twice in the last 3 years this way, where Arsenal plays on a Sunday, we go on a Saturday, and then we have, so in this case, Arsenal played at Liverpool um, this past Sunday. So we go back on a Monday, which gives us Sunday to do whatever. And there's obviously no shortage of things to do in New York City, that is, um, as well as the state. Lovely state. Um, but we got to take ourselves to O'Hanlon's down in Lower Manhattan, and I'd like your opinion on uh, just tell me about how that was walking in there.
All right, now again, I did not have the benefit of being in a pub in North London prior or to watch an Arsenal game.
Right.
But that said, I've heard you describe it and I saw some photos that you took. But to go into O'Hanlon's, now we were there last year at 7:30 in the morning,
The
before.
7:30 start, it was at Brighton Hove Albion, Arsenal at Brighton Hove Albion. And there was a decent amount of people there, enough
Yes,
to definitely start to push into the back room
right.
a little bit.
And then let me just this is a almost like you're walking into someone's basement. So
Yeah.
it's under street level
If you
and
raise your arm all the way up, you're definitely hitting
yes, you're gonna
you're hitting
hit
the ceiling.
the ceiling. It's narrow and then, yes, it goes all the way back. Now I haven't even been all the way to the back. I've been,
I have. It smells like piss.
what was it? So the farthest I've got was
Actually, it didn't when I went back there this time, but there were a lot of people back there. But
but
the last time, it definitely smelled like somebody had taken a leak.
it's an incredible. As soon as we walked in the other day. We were there like an hour before game time. It was
I
already,
said, and honestly, we probably should have gotten there earlier,
and we probably should have got there earlier because
but I didn't know. I
you're
figured,
really,
why
no, you don't
not?
know.
But you know what? I wasn't really looking at I wasn't looking
And
at
they don't have a lot of tables or places to sit anyway. I mean,
no, you're pretty
most people
much
stand.
standing anyway.
So
Um, but I was thinking I didn't even look and see that Man City played at 9
yeah,
on Sunday. So that would have definitely brought people in to hate watch them.
well, they had that on. They had the end, or they had
The
the
F1.
Formula One race for them, the Dutch Grand Prix. But to answer your question, um, yeah, I was in all of it. It was amazing. I knew it was I knew it was a really hardcore Gunner bar from the
Hmm.
year before, but this year it was over the top because, like you said, it was a it was an arch rival,
Hmm.
and that people were primed. They were primed, and they were there to take in the Man City game. So
To hate
the
watch Man City, who
Guinness had been
lost.
flowing for a while.
Yeah.
So
And there was a
good
small
time.
pocket of people to watch the F1 race there who did not move after that, as they were also there to take on
We
the
actually had the honor of hearing the I don't know, I'm assuming he's the owner or manager or whatever,
throw
tell
somebody
someone
out.
get the fuck out of my bar.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the part of the episode with that. If you're watching with children, you might want to put them to bed or tell them to go in the other room because I think there may be some expletives that may fly.
Mhm.
Yes, somebody was tossed the F right out, and we don't know why. Uh, I can think of a few reasons why. Hopefully, it wasn't like doing anything inappropriate, but hopefully, it was nothing other than walking in with uh, the wrong team's jersey on,
Mm.
but who knows?
Which would be worthy of getting tossed out.
You can't do that because you're begging for trouble. You're just asking for it. And so before I talk about the game, Jen and I both still think that like Tollington Arms was way more intense
I'm sure that
than
was one of
that.
the things. Yes. Yes.
But there was surprisingly, Dad, more room
Is there more room?
because yes, it was hard to see, but like I could go on the patio and no one was on the patio. Even though you could see the television, everybody
Right.
was in the bar within the confines of the pub. Um, it was, and that's the other thing that we missed is they didn't score.
Well, that's what I was going to mention. We didn't see the beer.
That would have felt.
Maybe the Guinness would have flown.
I would love to know. So we'll have to go. Hopefully it works out well next year. I think we've talked about trying to make it work almost regardless of the time the
Right.
game starts.
One thing I just want to tell the people out there who aren't accustomed to the, the Premier League or soccer in general, I guess, is okay. So you're an NFL fan, you're a Bills fan, and you go to your favorite bar, pub, sports bar on Sunday to watch the Bills game.
Hmm.
And say they're playing say they're this particular Sunday evening they're playing the Ravens. So you might have Ravens people in there, and you might give them a little razz now and then, but
Mhm.
it's pretty much acceptable behavior. With the Premier League, no, that's not decorum. If you are in an Arsenal bar, you are an Arsenal
Just
fan.
like if we're,
Case closed.
yes, you can't go in pretending to be someone else or being someone else. They just don't let you in. And I would expect the same from teams in the other regions of London, even the other regions of North London. I would expect that Spurs bars don't allow people with
And I
Arsenal gear in their bars.
I, I love it too because everybody when they start talking about the Premier League, everybody has their favorite teams. For example, I don't know if you were watching I forget what match it was last night. It was the match after they did the Chris Everett testimonial. It was a later match. Who played later?
Late
Anisimova.
last night,
Was that
Anisimova. Yeah.
Anisimova? During
Hmm.
that match, um,
Yeah, they showed some ass hat in a Liverpool jersey.
one of the, and then that might have started the discussion because the Jeremy, and I forget his last name, who was doing the telecast,
Hmm.
mentioned they brought up the Premier League and his team is Leeds,
Hmm.
so he said a little bit
Interesting.
about Leeds. Most likely he's from that area. Mary Jo Fernandez, who was also doing the broadcast, her
Hmm.
favorite team is Chelsea.
Interesting.
So we talked
She's a
about
blue.
Chelsea. So everybody has their favorite teams. So which I find is very fascinating.
I saw that Sean McVay's a Gunners fan.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yes, big Gunners fan,
Good.
actually.
Okay.
Um, but yes, to the game, we lost 1-0 to Liverpool at Liverpool. I thought it was a very even game with one moment of what do you say? What do you say to that shot? There's not much you can do with it.
This was a very was well executed.
One moment of brilliance, one moment of magic. I've seen it
A good
described to you online.
the
There's
goalkeeper
no,
had it,
there's not, he,
tried to get there. Just
sometimes you're
couple
just not
fingertips.
gonna, sometimes you're just not gonna be able to save it.
Yeah.
And it went in off the post. I mean, he put it exactly where he would have he couldn't have wanted it anywhere else. He put it exactly where he wanted it.
Yeah. It was a perfect kick.
So I thought to leave Anfield with no points instead of 1 point was disappointing.
Yeah, yeah, I just
Um,
um,
but I thought they looked like a team that needs more time on the pitch, on the practice
they need more
field,
time, and
and they need to stop having some of these injuries just,
yeah, I would like to see him healthy for once for a stretch of games where everybody's healthy, is
and they can
contributing.
start to run at full power. I would love
Yeah.
to see that. And right now, we're not going to see it until maybe a month and a half,
Hmm. As long as everybody else stays
as
healthy.
long as everyone else stays healthy. Right.
They have the worst luck with players getting injured.
But, we'll see. So I was disappointed to see that. Um, I don't need to get into my thoughts on each individual player. I thought I'll just a couple of bright spots. I thought Madueke was really good. He was the only player who seemed to actually bring some danger into the final third.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, I
Was Ben
thought
was Ben White? He did not play.
he wasn't even on the bench. He's got a small knock that
Okay.
he should be he'll be back after this unless he gets injured over
The international break.
the international break. Um, I did hear that there's talk of him going back and actually playing for England again
Hmm. Okay.
now that Gareth Southgate is gone.
Yeah, I'm glad they decided against
But
Southgate.
yeah, I thought they could have used him. But I also, in my opinion, I thought Odegaard and Etse came on a little late. I think I'd like to see them on 10 minutes before that because they just weren't getting anything from Martinelli on the left side. So,
Right. Right.
unfortunately, they had to burn um, one substitution very early in the game with Saliba
Hmm.
going down with a, twisted ankle or whatever.
Now you said he hurt that in the pregame.
In pregame, yeah. So,
And how long have you heard about the time frame?
no.
Well, hopefully he won't do anything next weekend, so he'll be able to be
I'm
ready.
hoping he's not getting called to play for France and they need him or something.
Right.
But I would imagine that, would hope that's not the case.
Right. Right.
But if you're the French manager, seeing him go down early and then Kanate go down
Hmm.
later on in that game for Liverpool, you have to be really thrilled.
I know.
Uh, two of the
But
top
it was
center
definitely, as
backs.
they say,
But
it's just but to get back to O'Hanlon's, the atmosphere is fantastic. It's
I would have liked to see a goal just like show me what this is like here with
hmm
that kind because I remember Jack Doyle's and it was pretty freaking raucous.
pretty crazy, yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm
But
just
yeah,
I've
I
been
really,
kind of searching for that feeling again, but without the scoring, you don't get
right.
the payoff.
The nice thing is it's fun watching the games in New York because you find a lot of in New York City because you find a lot of the patrons are from the Great Britain. So
Yeah,
it's nice seeing people that, I really,
you could hear accents
yes, that
all
I
around us.
really, part of this whole fabric of the sport since
Mm.
we're just picking it up, we're kind of neophytes of this, even though we've been fans for how long now? Quite a few years,
Quite
but
a few years. When
yeah.
watching it more religiously
Oh, I'm watching it
over
very
the
religiously.
past
Yes.
3 years, I'd say.
Well, I'm totally a fan, and it's sold me.
I
I
would
look
catch it
forward,
now and then before that, but now it's part of my must see TV.
and I think you talk to a lot of people. A lot of people who I chat with down here have their teams, so a lot of people are fans of the Premier League. So it's definitely caught on thanks to NBC televising the games.
They should be paying us for all the great comments you've been giving them.
Yes, they should. They definitely should.
Um,
Because I like the soccer broadcasts. Yes, I do.
yeah, we
As
like the tour stuff.
far as um, Monday Night Football. a certain analyst.
Oh, you don't care for? Me neither.
I won't say any. I won't say anything else.
I don't like him that much either.
Well,
Uh,
he's kind of got that Ed Olczak approach, like stating the
it's
obvious,
just stating the obvious. You just don't need to be there.
picking out one player and just ad nauseum
We're talking about
commenting about that
Collinsworth, right?
player. Yeah,
He just
continually.
does not just, oh my God.
So no, I look for I look for the analysts like Tony Romo who is telling me what's going to happen and why it's going to happen and what have you, and
And
that's
he's
what I.
getting a lot of crap too. I don't know
He
why. I
does.
think
He does
he's,
get a lot.
I don't know why.
Well, he might be too technical for a lot of fans who don't really understand
Well, let's
coaching of the game. So
maybe. I like to think that the average person would be intelligent enough to understand some of the concepts that he's discussing, though,
right. But I think, as
just
we
by
said a few weeks
gleaning
ago,
information from him.
with all the people playing Madden, a lot of
Hmm.
people do already have a football IQ.
Right.
So, you
That's
know,
true.
I'm sure they enjoy it. Uh, his descriptions. But there you go.
So we got to what? We were bouncing around Manhattan a little bit. We hit up the NBA store, which is a very cool experience. We got to see Shaq's shoe, which I've seen before, but still never ceases to amaze me how truly large it is.
Right.
Especially compared to Yao Ming, who is taller
I
than
know.
him.
What I do want to what I do want to bring up too is that because we will be doing a show on the on marketing, on sports marketing, and especially you and I, we're very impressed with the WNBA marketing and
Yeah,
going
very
into the NBA
good job.
store and seeing, again, not just, certainly loads of options regarding the NBA teams, but also the loads of options with the WNBA. And I
Hmm.
really love their logos and the colors that they use. It's really marketing genius. So, I'm very impressed by it.
Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it. The store itself is very cool. The signage is good. You know where stuff is for the most part if you're looking for it. We were just
Mhm,
kind of
mhm.
like gonna check out every
And
floor
there's nothing,
anyway.
no matter no matter who you foul, there's loads of options for that team.
And if you want a jersey customized, you can have it done on the spot,
Exactly. Exactly.
which is nice because you don't have to buy it. Oh, now I gotta wait for it. Do I really want to buy it? No, they want to get those impulse buyers,
You
and they are
gotta
set up to have it.
you gotta check out the ground floor because you get or the basement, actually, not the
Yeah.
ground basement.
Mhm.
'Cause you got some interesting stuff down there and
Which,
some memorabilia.
yeah.
That's not true.
Which I guess brings me to that other stop we made to the Adidas flagship
Yes,
store,
yeah, the store.
which was set up similarly to the one in London, I think.
Yes, it was. It was. I think one in
Unfortunately,
London had more merchandise, I think.
I think it had more lifestyle merchandise,
Yeah, yeah.
less athletic merchandise.
Were those the
Um,
in London?
although, yeah, with the caveat that no, they had a ton of Premier League stuff there.
Right, right.
And obviously now they have Liverpool, so that's all we saw when we walked in because they must be the only team in the league because no one else
I
could
know.
possibly want another team. Um, like to speak to the person who made that decision, but anyway, uh, it yeah, I think it lacked some of the lifestyle stuff like
They had some of the
that one coffee color jacket. I'd have bought it if they had my size,
no,
but they didn't have it.
they had some lifestyle stuff in the basement there.
Yeah, that's the part that I liked the most, actually.
It was But
For the most part, I'm buying my merchandise direct from the team.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
cheaper.
yeah. And they have some really good, really good designs.
What was the tennis merch like there?
Very little stuff. Very,
Hmm.
they did sell that, as far as the second floor where they had tennis merchandise, they had very little.
Hmm.
Downstairs, they had that Y3.
Oh, that new line
So they did have the shirts
Pagula was wearing,
that
and I
Pagula
saw
was
somebody
wearing
else.
and Ben Shelton was wearing. They had both the tank top look or sleeveless look. It wasn't really a tank top. It was
Hmm.
a sleeveless look, and then they had a one with the the sleeve. They had Pagula's top and the skirt. I
Hmm.
didn't see any of the hats, but uh, it's a melding. Because I went over that, I was intrigued by the Y3. It's a melding of a Japanese designer and
Hmm.
Adidas,
Interesting.
and but
I like
the
collaboration, so
yeah,
I'm all for it. Keep them coming.
but I pulled a large off the rack just to look at it, thinking, yeah, maybe I'll buy one of the T-shirts, but the sizing is huge, so I don't know. I didn't really feel like trying anything on that day.
Mm.
Plus, the price point was about $100 for a
Yeah.
top, so I wasn't going to spring for that.
No.
But interesting concept, and
Yeah.
it is being worn during the tournament. So
At the Open, copped the Honey Deuce hat. Oh, I got that really nice. Well, obviously, I got this shirt at the NBA store, as I said earlier. Um, that Wilson t-shirt.
Wilson
Some really cool stuff.
has really gone back into they've gotten back into
The
the
old W.
fray with the LW and making some nice garments, nice quality
They have
garments.
like some very modern looking stuff, but also some like nod to the retro stuff, like the t-shirt I got with the big tennis ball
Right.
holding a racket in his
Right.
hand. I thought there was a couple of things there that I could have bought if they weren't $48 pop.
Like you said earlier, bring your wallet
Bring your
to
wallet
the open
because
because you're going to spend money.
Honey Deuce is $23 a piece.
Yes, yes. And I don't know if we were at
But
the
just
bar the night, what was it, Friday night? I think
mm,
Friday night, that one gentleman down at the other end of the bar was talking about the honey deuce. And I don't exactly know what he was quoting a number. I don't know. I'm assuming it's sales for the tournament, maybe last year's tournament.
mhm.
They sold over 800,000 honey deuces at $23 a pop. That's
I can't do that math in my head, but that's
that's
a
a lot
lot.
of money. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of cups.
We'll say it was a million.
Hmm?
23. Say it were a million.
Yeah,
23 million
yeah.
minus whatever the cost of
The
the
cup
booze, the
and
cup,
the booze is
the
controlled.
melon,
We had a discussion about that.
yeah,
Booze is
and
controlled
the Chambord
because I believe the vodka and the lemonade,
are
are they
mixed
already
together now.
pre-mixed?
They're
Yeah, so
pre-mixed.
and they come out of a gun, so it's, everybody gets the same amount.
Yeah.
And our personal opinion is it's not like it used to be.
Now you could get a heavy pour. You could get a Chambord heavy pour, which I liked.
Yes,
Well, I
I was
liked.
even asked one year.
I
I want
Yeah,
to
I remember that,
or
and
not.
I remember being asked because I was doing a lot of purchasing that day.
And not anymore.
No.
Now you
So
just take what they give you.
yeah. Well,
But it was a good day. It was a
good day
good
tennis.
day, good time. We'll be there next year again.
Hmm.
Labor Day weekend.
And we got the Bills coming up this weekend.
Mhm.
We're filming on a Tuesday. Uh, I have no thoughts yet. I don't know what kind of team we're going to see because frankly, I haven't seen the first team offense. The most I'm seeing is on Hard Knocks, which is on tonight, 9 p.m., which you have an advertisement for on your chest.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, uh, so I'm just a little concerned that I haven't really seen what it looks like yet. But
Uh,
I guess I'm just gonna have to wait, just like everyone else.
I'm just getting a thing on the open here. Sabalenka is going to win on a walkover because Vonderosa had to withdraw. They're
Uh,
showing her on the practice court. It looks like she did something to her lower back, maybe. That's too bad.
that sucks. I was looking
Um,
forward to watching that later.
yeah, as was I. Um, but what were we talking? Oh, we were, yeah, because I think once they got into this three-game format with preseason, the first 2 weeks are preseason like games. You really
Yeah,
don't know
so like
who's going to show up.
even if we go out and we win big, that doesn't necessarily tell me anything other than maybe our first team was more prepared than their first team at the start of the season, and it's going to look different in 6 weeks.
Yeah, it will. Yeah. 'Cause
So I
I,
don't know
I
that
don't
I have much to say about it.
I don't care who you are. If you haven't practiced um, under game conditions,
Hmm.
you're going to be sloppy. There's going to be some sloppiness, and there's going to be some misassignments. And I know coaches are saying, well, we can simulate. We're simulating that in practice. Josh is getting reps in practice. It's not the same. It's not. It might be game speed as far as miles per hour, but it's not game speed as far as another team on the other side.
Hmm.
And it's just different. And so I think, yeah, first couple weeks we're gonna have to put up with it. So hopefully, the Bills can weather the storm and win Sunday night. They're playing a very good opponent. Well, we shall see. But they have the same issue because I don't think um, Lamar played much either, if any, in the
No,
preseason.
I don't think he did either. So it's going to be interesting what type of football we're going to see
Hmm. Hmm.
um, on Sunday and Monday
Right, right.
from the entire NFL, frankly. He's going to be crapshoots for our please fantasy draft we have to, because I don't know
What do you
who to play.
what's your call on the big trade with Parsons going to the Packers?
To quote me, Jerry Jones is a moron. End quote. He says he's fixing the run. He's fixing his run stopping. Okay. Well, where's your pass rush coming from now? So
And
you already
and
had a mediocre defense.
and I was listening to Good Morning Football this morning, and they were making their predictions about the playoffs, who would make the playoffs. And last week, Kyle Brandt was talking about the team he really has a feeling that might make the playoffs. They might make a run. Now, this was last week, were the Carolina Panthers.
Hmm.
But now he said, and he did, I don't think he had the Packers in. He had the Panthers in. But now he said with Parsons,
Not only are the Packers in, they're threatening
yeah.
for
Well,
the
that's what he said this
conference.
morning. He would be an idiot if he said, well, the Packers aren't going to make the playoffs. It's still going to be Carolina. No, he said today, Packers.
Absolutely not.
Packers will make the playoffs. And
And barring an injury at the quarterback position to any of these teams, because
right,
anybody loses their starting quarterback, that changes the
yeah,
game.
that's an issue.
That's a game changer, right?
So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Thursday night, right?
Mm.
Cowboys, Eagles.
Yep. Well, we're gonna see the new look Cowboys right away. See how
Oh yeah,
great they are at
you know
stopping
how
the
great
run.
their defense is.
Yep, should be interesting.
They
Should
will
be
not have a
very
pass
interesting
rush.
because they have a fantastic general manager. Do you
They
hear
will.
me? He's fantastic. Don't
Jalen
ever stop,
Hurts.
Jerry Jones. Don't ever fucking stop.
Jalen Hurts will not see a pass rush on Thursday night.
They have a good line too, so
Well, I know.
who knows
That's
how much of a pass rush he's going to see anyway. But Parsons is, I don't know, maybe not a top five defensive player, but definitely like top 10, top 15 for sure. Um,
well,
and he brings
allegedly,
them a dimension that they don't have.
it came out this morning that he's got a minor back issue. Very minor. He should play on. He should play this on this week.
Yeah, I heard he got dinged up in practice or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Did we have anything else we wanted to touch on? Yeah, I think we went a little longer than we planned on.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think we covered everything.
Well, this was going to be a short, but
It's
this
a
is
long now.
it's a longer one. It's a long now.
Longer short.
Um, and next episode is still to be determined, I think. We have a couple ideas to toss around, so I don't want to step on anything there yet. And check out our Facebook page, Echoes from the Arena. I'll be dropping some pictures from our trip to New York City for the Open, as well as a couple of shots of O'Hanlon's that we got, maybe even a video. I
Inside.
believe that
Inside.
there's a video of me singing North London Forever.
I was even singing it. No one could hear me, but
Yeah.
I had fun.
If I sound a little hoarse, it's that's what it's from that
We had the
morning.
glass of Guinness in the air, and we
Yeah.
were
So, yeah, I think we'll call it an episode there. Yes.
okay.
What do you say? So for Greg, I'm Matt, and we're going to sign off. We'll see you all on episode 15 to be determined. Have a good evening.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.